Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Gogglefroggers. Hope you're well. We hope you've had a lovely week. As you can see, it's 3 of us today. So we didn't know that I was going to be here, but our train's not till 1 o'clock, so we
Really?
time. So Gary is currently packing.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, Gary.
He's in the other room. So,
You've got him well trained to do the packing. Richard packed, I have to go and redo
it. He offered. So anyway, ladies, I hope you've had a lovely week. Hello, Gogglefroggers. We hope you've had a lovely week as well. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is Gogglefrogs and Internata. We do this 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday at 10 o'clock and Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock. And we set this up however many weeks ago now, when the first lockdown happened. And here we are on the cusp of something possibly maybe second major type-ish lockdown, who knows, and we're still going. So we are on episode 135.
Speaking personally, I think the pair of you have done a fantastic job. I mean, keeping us sane, apart from anything else. And as for the merchandise you've been producing, well, it's been amazing. I still go out into the craft room and just stroke the latest batch. It's just amazing. And so thank you, both of you.
So shall we do some introductions? Angela, would you like to start?
Yeah,
that's brainchild.
Oh, let's have a look. So, as usual, we will do bottom to top. So let's have a look and see. So, on this wonderful Saturday morning, good morning to Louise. Lovely to see you.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Lindy.
Morning, Lindy.
Oh, hello.
Good morning, Judy.
Morning, Judy.
Morning.
Good morning, Deborah.
Morning, Deborah.
Morning.
Good morning, Dawn.
Morning, Dawn.
Good morning, David from Leeds.
Good morning, David from Leeds.
Good morning, Brigitte. And I think hello. Although we know that we'll have more people join us. So a huge good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody on replay.
And on YouTube.
And on YouTube, hello.
Yeah, so absolutely wonderful. So bear with me. I'm trying to get used to my new laptop. And
Viv joined us.
Good morning, Viv.
Oh, hi, Viv.
So, ladies, what have you been up to this week? Angela, should we start with you?
Well, I've been between Leeds and the south, so it's been pretty busy. But it's been very, very nice. So we've done time together with me and my mum. Of course, can't meet my dad, who's in a care home at the moment. But we've had lots of calls with him, which has been really, really nice. And then I come home and we have got new joists all over the place. So I don't know.
I've been busy.
I know. We've got new joists. We've got new floors. So as of sometime today, tomorrow, or Monday, the whole of our living room floor gets removed. So and we walk around a big gaping hole in the floor. So anything could happen, so to speak. So so that's it at the moment. All changed. So I am in a tiny little corner behind the new joists at the moment. And I've got a new laptop and I don't know how to use the camera on it.
It must be good to know, though, that you're at that stage, because you've been anticipating this for years and years and years, haven't you?
Yeah.
And how much of the whole pink carpet is left?
Huh?
How much the pink carpet is left?
Under the television, so it's no more than a dust sheet, thankfully, and we have left it. It's an old cottage. It's had little extensions on the side, so the old kitchen has got a concrete floor, we believe. However, we won't know until we look at it. And with my asbestos knowledge, I do believe there are some marley tiles somewhere in there that are asbestos. So they're fine. They're totally fine. But I'll have a look at with my expert eyes. And if so, we'll have to get somebody to remove them. But the carpet is still looking at covering them. So that's that. So, and then when we do that room, we think then it's time to put in a big RSJ and put a wall back and take a wall out. So this is a start of the back of the house needs demolishing, the side of the house needs demolishing, and those little extensions need removing a big extension. But
why don't you just buy a plot of land, get an architect to draw something and build something?
Because Lodge knows that we live here.
That'll do. That'll do.
All for a feral cat, eh? No, we do love this place. But I certainly love it. We love the little location as well. So yeah, we are here now.
And Marion, how's your week been?
Not so bad. Sorted out TV licensing again for my aunt. We managed to scare the life out of her because they've sent out all the new licensing and pricing that they've sent out for the over 75s is wrong. So just so that you're aware, if anybody in your family gets one.
Thank you.
I've actually got round to replacing my living room, my dining, my bedroom curtains. They're being made as we speak, because that's the last thing left of my cat who shredded the lining. He came round from Buzzard Blinds and said, "Oh, perhaps you could have them relined." I showed him one side and he said, that would reline. And I showed him the other side and he's going, no, I don't think so. But apart from that and coming down with a cold, yeah, I've been all right. But I have noticed that Helen's joined us and Trisha's joined us.
And Georgie.
And
Hello.
joined us and Linda. So good morning, ladies.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Now, Trisha, can I just mention Trisha? She put on the Guild's Facebook page, and I'm going to ask her to correct me if I've got it wrong, a wonderful idea for Christmas for children that are coming out of care for hats and scarves to be knitted for them. Did you see that? Can knits patterns. If anybody is if you're happy for her to do it, may Trisha put the information on the Gogglefrogs page, because young carers is one of the things that I'm really interested in. They are unsung heroes looking after, they can be as young as 5. And if they're in foster care, at 16, they can be chucked out in the wide, wide world. And as you know, I've got a granddaughter of nearly 16. And how she'd cope, I don't know. I really don't know with no support. So yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing to do.
Well, I think that regardless of what we were going to say, you've just covered it.
Are you happy with that, Trisha? Just put a yay or a nay in the response box, and that'll do me.
We'd spoken about it and we were very happy. Very happy.
I did beg your pardon.
No. It's something. No. It's something that we wanted to say. So you've actually done what we were going to say. So, but probably more eloquently than we would have done. So thank you very much, Marion.
Well, as you know, I was a school governor, and one of the things that was always brought up with pupil premium and children in care and whatever was they always forgot the children that were carers. I'm going, what about the children that are carers? Are you making sure they're okay? What about the children that are being fostered? Are they okay? And it was one of my big things. And a couple of the 2 heads that I was involved in were then prepared. They go, yeah, we've got no children that are caring for adults at the moment. Yes, we have had, and this is what we've put in place.
That's good.
So yes, Trisha, you hit a nerve, and if I can do something, I will try and do it.
Right.
has Trish. Tricia
Okay.
said she'll do so.
let's let Trisha put the stuff in the Facebook page, and we'll pick it up again next week
Yes.
and let everybody have a chance to have a look at it. Right, shall we go through chat and then do music? So Brigitte says morning peeps 135. Lindy says good morning. Deborah says good morning. Judy says hello everyone, hope a good week has been had by all. Dawn says morning everybody. Brigitte says I second and third Marianne's comments. David says good morning. Viv says good morning. Trisha says morning folks, everyone as well, and lovely to see you all. Helen Nolte says good morning. Georgie says good morning. Lindy says good morning everyone, good to see you, and Gogglefrogs back again, but I hope you had a fab break. Brigitte says she managed to stab a DPN in the hand between her left ring and middle finger, accidentally of course.
Oh dear.
Linda says ouch.
Ouch,
I think you're okay now, and there was no serious damage. Janice says good morning. Good morning, Janice. David says unfortunately he's going to have to go. The video keeps freezing. He'll try again later. Trisha says it's a good cause, so we'll be happy to do so. Deborah says hope everyone's had a good week. Angela and Robert, I hope you've had a good rest and hope you've enjoyed the wonderful city of Edinburgh, Robert. Yes, I have. Thank you very, very much. And Anne has just joined and says good morning. Good morning, Anne.
Morning.
There we go. So I was going to do bagpipes and thought, no, it's not everybody's cup of tea. So thought I'd stick with something nice and joyful for this morning.
Yeah.
And it was very nice and joyful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was lovely. So really nice.
I read somewhere that Sammy Davis Jr. and Nat King Cole, because of their colour way back in the 40s and 50s, were paid considerably less than their white counterparts. So racism was alive and well.
Oh yeah. Was
awful when you think that they were probably much better than some of their colleagues.
Quite incredible how people were so famous and played in so many nightclubs, dance halls, bars, homes, etc. But there was such a disparity back then, and of course today as well. But what a great artist, absolutely amazing artist, and I think so so eclectic as well as an individual.
Oh yeah.
So, he had so much against him, but he had so much. He made such an impact, and I absolutely love that. And I think it's one of those tunes as well, isn't it? That it's so lovely for children. It's like Candyman, and there are a few of those adult songs where children can sort of appreciate it as well. It always makes me think about Christmas when I hear that one. You know, the candy cane things on Christmas trees, and so I always think it's a really nice visual.
Yeah.
It's the song in the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Is it?
Willy Wonka sings it, yeah. Oh no, sorry, the sweet shop owner sings it at the beginning. It's one of the first songs.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
He sings it about Willy Wonka, but he replaces Candyman with Willy Wonka. So Willy Wonka makes everything you bake satisfying and delicious.
Thank you so much. See, we learn something new every day.
I'm surprised nobody put it in the comments already.
No, but a lot of people might not know, because if you're not
realised,
if you're not a great musical buff, i.e. you don't just watch them, you actually look at them, which we do. So thank you ever so much. So we now know that this was in
I don't know whether he sang it first and they picked it up for the film, or whether it was made for the film and then he picked it up though.
So maybe if somebody knows, if you'd like to let us know in the chat, and we will see. So interesting fact. So lovely.
Sorry, I'm just going to try and do something about the sun, because it's There we go. That's better. No,
That's all right.
glaring over my shoulder. One sec.
That's all right. And I will sort out things for Monday. Monday's our next one. So it's episode 135. I can't believe we're on 135 already.
I know.
100 sounds a long way ago, but just think, we're close to 150. And you know what happens when we do a biggie like a 50 or a 100? We get our thinking caps on and we create a video. So maybe we'll do something different. Maybe we'll get Robert to sing. Like, no way. So we'll do something. Don't worry. Or maybe it's just an online party. Maybe it's all that we just have a nice drink and stuff like that again. So we'll see. So, I can see Robert's thinking, Angela, why have you said that? We're coming up for Christmas. You shouldn't have said that. So that means, Angela, you've best learn how to do these things yourself.
No, I'm sure we can sort something out.
It'd just be nice, wouldn't it? Because 50, 100, 150, 200, it's all really good. So
I need to work out when it's going to be. So
I will wait.
It'll be in 5 weeks.
Yep.
Is that right?
No, because we do 4 a week, so it's going to be about 6 weeks. So it's probably going to work out on Christmas Day or something like that.
No, 4 into 15, just over 3 weeks. 3.5 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's 4. Just under 4.
if we carry on, it'll be the 4th of November.
Oh, right.
Wednesday.
Oh,
So we're back in sequence
fireworks,
with,
Halloween.
we're back in sequence with roundups again on Wednesday evenings.
Are we?
Well,
So
I think it's purely by coincidence, because when we went to 4 a week, we knew it was going to drop out of sync.
Yeah. We have no idea how these things work. They just do. So, there's something that works it all out behind. So, has anybody been creating any new patterns or anything new? Love to know if you have been, or if you've bought any new yarn that you've started with. You've been to Edinburgh and not bought any yarn.
Haven't been near a wool shop.
I am so impressed with you. Well done, Robert.
I had the opportunity to go into the weaving mill where they do sell cones, and I thought, no, I'm not going in there. And then we walked past a shop which sells predominantly clothes, but had a few sporadic balls of wool, but I didn't like it last time, so didn't go in again.
Yeah.
And then, no, haven't been near a wool shop. Haven't even been into John Lewis.
Oh,
I know.
But you've
I was told there was only one wool shop in Edinburgh.
really.
I thought there were 2.
That's one of the reasons my friend and I chose Edinburgh. Basically, very few wool shops, because it goes wee with her. She's not in the slightest bit interested.
Yeah.
But we would have gone into there's a plaid shop, isn't there, or a tartan shop down the mile? Is it the Royal Mile?
You mean the weaving mill?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the last shop before you get to the castle.
Mm.
And
Oh,
we
have you had a good time?
It's been very nice.
Fab. I must say, and I'm sure other people saw it, I thought that your little snackette on your own ship, Britannia, looked lovely.
Oh,
You know,
it was beautiful.
obviously they were ready for you, because you were a little bit worried that they weren't ready for you. So
No. They were very ready.
Did they pipe you aboard?
No. No. But I have to say, if you haven't been to Britannia but you get the chance, it's definitely worth it. Really, really is worth it. And the audio tour that went around, that you walked around as well, was just amazing. But the ship was designed to be in 2 halves. And the back half was for the cabin crew, and that's where the bridge was, and the front of the boat was all the royal apartments and stuff like that. And you can tell as you go between the decks, front and back, yeah, very, very different. So
Oh, wow.
there we go.
Oh, I'm glad you had a
and then-
lovely time.
And then the afternoon tea. Well, it was called cream tea, but I would say it was more of an afternoon tea. It was lovely, gorgeous.
The sandwiches looked really, really soft and delicious.
They really were.
Yeah, because I think
Really.
that's one thing with an afternoon tea, isn't it? That as you bite into those sandwiches, they've got to be so pillowy soft, because that's what they're supposed to be like.
Mm.
Oh, fabulous.
And I have managed to get some knitting done, although I don't recommend knitting on the train. I tried on the way up and it was just too bumpy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so, but I have managed to get a secret pattern finished. And I'm now, this will be my 5th row when I finish this.
Oh, wow.
To do this week.
Good.
Yeah, it's more than I normally get to do.
It is, yeah. Did you see much of the scenery going up there on the train?
Oh, I took lots of pictures.
Did you?
Took lots of pictures, and I have a long list of ideas.
Great. That's brilliant. Oh,
Even the most silly of things. So one of the pictures that I took was of a panel of the train, and the colours that were in the panel, because it just looked stunning. So, can't wait to show them to you when we see each other next.
oh, fab. It's just so exciting, isn't it? When you start to look at colour palettes and you realise that there is a colour palette in every fruit bowl, in every fridge, on every floor, and every pool of water with a little bit of oil in it. And it's just amazing where you see these weird and wonderful colour palettes that are so great. So, oh, yeah, well, I'll see you later anyway, because I'm picking you up from the station, aren't I?
Possibly. I don't actually still know what time we're getting home.
That's fine. Just let me know.
I'll have to ask the guru.
How long's the train journey?
So coming up, 5.5 hours coming up. But it depends on where the train's got to go, how many stops, and the speed it's allowed to do on certain tracks. So, because one of the trains we can get this afternoon goes through Manchester, and we've never been through Manchester before, I don't think. So I really don't know.
So anyway. Are you ending up at King's Cross and then trolling down to Euston?
No, we get off
or
at
coming down.
We get off at Milton Keynes and then change to Leighton Buzzard.
Well, it doesn't happen on a Sunday, but on other days during the week, from Milton Keynes to Manchester, you can get there in about an hour and a quarter when there's no stops. It's an incredible one, but on a Sunday they put in lots more stops, so you just don't know. Yeah, but hey ho, you're homebound.
Yes. Should we catch up on some chat?
Yeah, sorry, I've been doing a little bit of knitting. I haven't been
Fine. Deborah says, I love bagpipes, but I love this music as well. Marion says, that Deborah, I do if they're played properly, but not my first choice. Brigitte says, at Deborah, so do I, so emotional, I always end up crying. Great singer. Dawn says, talking of candy, we went into your favourite sweet shop in Sheringham, Robert. Treated myself to clotted cream toffees. Adrian had some butterscotch and bought some treats for the girls. Ooh.
Oh.
Yes, I'd forgotten that Dawn had been to Sheringham while we've been away as well.
Did you have a lovely time, Dawn?
I hope she did as well.
Yeah.
And Deborah was away as well, I think. And
yeah. Dawn, if you've been to the sweet shop, did you try the chili licorice?
I love that chili licorice.
Chili licorice from Sheringham is rather yummy.
Going back to Sammy James Davis Jr. and Nat King Cole, Brigitte says they had to enter the hotels through a different door as well. Georgie says that was really lovely. SDJ has a lovely voice. Deborah says at Brigitte snap, we took my mum to Edinburgh tattoo for her 80th birthday. It was a wonderful occasion. We didn't do the tattoo obviously because it's not fringe, but we didn't. It was nice to see the esplanade of the castle without all the seating on it. And considering the esplanade is tiny, it's amazing how they managed to get all that seating in it, and then the troops come through as well. And the castle would they changed stuff in the castle as well this time around, so it was nice to see that. Brigitte says she thought everybody knew that Candyman was from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Obviously not. Deborah says SDJ absolutely great. On the theme, would thoroughly recommend the film Green Book. Great film. Green Book.
Green
Never heard
Book.
of it.
Green Book.
Neither have I. Is that something I need to try and watch this afternoon?
No idea.
I'll have a look.
Louise, I usually buy yarn on holiday, but we avoided towns in the lakes this time, so good for my bank balance. Yes.
So do I, Louise. So do I.
I think what we should do is we should every time somebody from Goggles is going away, they should give us a week's notice so we can research and tell them where to go and how to accidentally maneuver their other half near enough for them to be able to go in.
Yeah.
Mine just has a resigned look on his face.
Dawn says both of the wall shops in Sheringham are still trading and looked okay, but didn't go in and buy anything. One-way pedestrian system in Sheringham, and most shops restricting to 2 people at one time in the shops. Well, that makes sense because they're quite small, aren't they?
Yeah. But that's really good to hear that both of those yarn shops are still trading. I can't wait. I still have my little stamp book for one of them. Is that Owl something or other?
Crafts.
Yeah. That I will go in and I will spend it next time.
There we go. There's mine.
Yeah. So we all have them, the little owl things. So
mine's half full.
I've got 1.5 full.
I think I gave my full one to Jackie.
Did you? Good.
Yeah. She was after some purple yarn. What a surprise.
Oh, hell surprise. Jackie and her purple yarn.
Deborah says that Robert, shame you missed out on the wall shops, but maybe next time. There are some great wall shops in Edinburgh. McCree Brothers, I hadn't heard of that one. Kathy Knits and Ginger Twist. I'd heard of Ginger Twist and Kathy Knits. She seconds my recommendation for Britannia. She's been 3 times, and you can tell that she spent a lot of time in Edinburgh. Yes, well, we usually come up for the Fringe. So, and because of the hustle and bustle of the Fringe and the fact that we try and do 6 or 7 shows a day, we don't actually get to see a lot of the city centre. So it's been really nice to pop in and out of shops and take our time and then do things that we wouldn't normally have done. Although we have done the castle before, we've never done the zoo, and we've never done Britannia. So David says hello again. Welcome back, David. Video seems to be working okay now. And then Louise says, my lovely husband asked if I was going to a yarn shop on holiday. He knows me well. Oh dear. I hope all of you that are coming on the retreat have forewarned your lovely other halves that you will have one wall shop in the town, you will have one wall shop at the retreat, and then you will have well, we don't know what we're going to be able to do at the grading place, do we? So you might be coming home with fleeces and who knows what.
Because apparently there's no selling that happens there at all.
Yeah, right.
But who knows what's going to happen? I really don't know.
Deborah says, Angela, yes, it's about a musician in the 1960s America and the racism he encountered. It's a true story and quite shocking at times, but a really good watch.
I think that's one I need to watch when I'm on my own, because I know I'm going to need some tissues and I don't like crying in front of it.
And Hollywood on Netflix as well is a really good interpretation of racism in the, I want to say the 40s as well, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
I think it was the 40s.
right. Okay.
But it's not all about racism, but racism is mentioned.
Right.
So David says yes, Green Book is a great movie.
I'm going to have to watch it at some point. That's going to go in my review list.
Right, I'm going to open up Facebook, and I think we'll do it a bit earlier because we've not been here for 4 days, so I can't actually remember what's been in there and what.
And can I just say that after I went totally wrong and weighed it wrong, I'm back on this. So I did actually manage to frog it all yesterday, but it did take me until yesterday to have the courage to sit there and frog a good 8 rows. So never mind, we're back on it.
Right. Right, here we go then. So, Fran is asking for, oh, hang on, let's just refresh that. Somebody else has just posted. Right, so Trish just posted about the stuff that we were talking about at the beginning for young carers, so do have a look.
Thank you.
Franz has a request for any destashing, if anyone is destashing any Audi Aran in deep green. She's after some for a friend. Angela, see you soon. We'll be with you at 10 on our lovely Gogglefrogs show. Marion, Work in Progress Wednesday, close to you, Shaw, by Zooball. This has been in my stash for ages. And I've commented, I can't believe how the striping is working, considering it's not made for that pattern.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is that the Zooball that almost looks like tartan when it's all rolled up?
No, this is one. This was the first ball of yarn that Jackie inveigled me into purchasing at the first ever Fibre East I went to.
Oh, right, okay.
I've had it that long.
Because I've had
it should be finished today.
Ages as well.
Yeah,
but
it'll be finished today.
Then I've this is the first morning I've been able to take the pictures from our room, and that is Arthur's seat. So
wow.
The picture on the right is without zoom, and the picture on the left is full zoom. And I don't know if you can see in the background. Let me move. They've even given us. Can you see in the background there? They've given us a telescope to look up there with. So.
Oh, it looks fantastic, Robert. I can't believe your view and your your suite and everything looks amazing.
Yes, so for those of you that don't know, I blagged a free upgrade into a suite because the hotel is so empty. I just said, how much is it? I said, because you won't come on. They went, oh no, you can have it for free. Here you go, done.
Oh, that's good.
So anyway, I have been busy in the background as well. So episodes 1 to 9 are now on YouTube. So you could have your goggles fixed anytime you wanted this week. Fran has posted just because, but I bet we can all relate. I love this picture. And I love the one at the bottom. Where the hell did this come from?
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. Deborah, this gorgeous set of autumn mini skeins arrived this week. Don't know what I'll use them for. Most probably a shawl. Any suggestions welcome. I think that would make a really nice, we're going to see it in a second, but if you took a version of David's blanket and did that as a shawl, I think that would look really nice. And just do random colorways throughout. Marion has posted the shawl for her aunt, and you used 2 cakes. Why did you use 2 cakes? Was one not big enough, Marion?
I didn't think one was big enough.
Okay, so but it looks huge now.
Well, we've got a king size bed and it flopped over the side, which is why I did a little video. But yeah, it's enormous. But it'll keep her warm. Wrap her up nice and warm.
It will. And here we go. Here's David's blanket. His flipping egg throw is finished.
Lovely.
All the tassels.
I just love the title, Flipping Egg.
Yeah. 398 yarn scraps used. Wow. That's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
And it looks like it was purposefully made. It doesn't look like it was just made up as he went along, which I think is amazing.
And what I think is so lovely is when he said that, and he remembers each of the projects that he worked on.
Oh
as
wow.
as he used that scrap, it was just like, right, what is this off? And he said that that was really, really lovely as well. And yeah, because all of those little scraps bring back memories.
That's good.
Mm.
Trisha's posted an article from Angling Times. Angling is the second most relaxing hobby.
Mm.
So that's good to know. Can't say it's particularly for me. I'm not keen on the smell of fish.
They say it's the most popular hobby in the UK, angling.
Yeah, very popular.
And here we have a picture of Linda's granddaughter showing off her lovely jumper that she made for her. I think this is one of the 5 that we'll see shortly, where she designed it herself.
Yes.
Here we go. 3 of my grandchildren wearing their new knitted by grandma comfies. George is particularly proud wearing his own design. Made that 4 grandchildren. I'd forgotten I'd been sent a photo of my littlest wearing his too. Aww. So yes, all 4 grandchildren wearing their lovely jumpers.
Yeah, they look beautiful.
Just put me right. Knitting is now the first or number 1 most popular craft or hobby. It's beaten fishing.
Wow, that's good. Good to know.
Mm.
But
Becky.
sorry, I can't even get my head
Sugar.
around the next one. I just can't get my head around this next one. This is amazing.
Becky has posted this picture of the fastest crocheter in the world. And it's a 60-second video. He does it to the beat of drums, he's just said. And he says crocheting helps him focus and he plans to be a surgeon. But honestly, some of this stuff is just amazing. Halfway through the video, he shows a hat that he made in 44 minutes.
Yeah. It's
44 minutes.
absolutely amazing. And he said that it's going to, of course, it'll help his dexterity for when he's a surgeon. So, but so, yeah, have a watch. And then you'll watch it again. And then you'll rewind it and think, did you really do that in 40 odd minutes? I can't believe it. I don't even do something like that in 40 odd days sometimes.
So to just put it into context, we're 42 minutes into this show. So another 2 minutes and he'd have done the hat.
I know.
Just mind boggles.
David just said that Michelle Obama is now a prominent author.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I love her. I think she's amazing.
Wow.
I took a one gun salute at 1 o'clock when we were at the castle, but it's not as loud as it was in person, I promise. It was just wow. It really made this jump. Here's another picture of Linda's other granddaughter in her jumper.
Oh.
There we go. I've uploaded lots of episodes. I love this one from you, Angela. This store window. All your household items, including all the wall through the middle. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was my mum who actually spotted that. We were looking for somewhere to buy magazines to take to my dad. Then my mum spotted posters, so she said, "Oh, can we go in here?" Yes, and then she went, and then I started looking there. Look, there's wool. I haven't even seen the wool. I was fixated on the flora. So, yeah.
Georgie has posted this shawl, which I accidentally downloaded.
Good.
And can't wait to try. I just need to work out what wool I'm doing it with. Donna, waiting for a flu jab, so did some knitting. Love that.
Brilliant.
And then Trisha shared a post for Jackie and Helen of some more purple sock yarn.
Oh, that's nice.
It is. I think we've seen that. That's more episodes. Then Tracy has made us aware of a haberdasheries in Tring, which I didn't know was there either. I've driven through lots and lots of times.
I've never seen that stuff in there. I've seen the other stuff that they sell, but not that stuff.
No. And then we showed that last Saturday, Monday even. God, where's the week gone?
I know.
There we go. So I think we've caught up on everything. If I've missed anything, folks, do just give us a shout and I will pinpoint the post for you. So, right, let's go back to chat. Helen says, not done a lot of knitting this week. Building work has started. Ooh. And she's been marking her students' work at home. Deborah says, at David, isn't it about the green book? And then says, at Angela, I frogged nearly a whole baby cardigan this week as just wasn't happy with it. And she's re-knitted it now.
I hope you're happy with it now. I'm sure you will be.
Tricia says, got to be done. And Deborah says, at Robert, your upgrade sounds great. It was nice to have some run. It really was.
Yeah.
And when, it was just, it's just been amazing. Brigitte says, the shawl for Marion's aunt looks fantastic. And the David throw is just amazing. Tricia says, the post was the fact that fishing is the second most popular, but knitting is the first. Brigitte says, Rod was an angler. I never saw anything in it. However, I love the programme. Mortimer and Whitehouse go fishing. I've never seen it.
No, I haven't.
Neither.
David says Michelle Obama is now a prominent knitter, as is Tom Daly. Tom Daly, who went away this week and put a picture on Instagram, and Gary was very proud in showing me in it, on top of his suitcase, before he closed it, his knitting.
Oh.
Which I think is amazing. Dawn says, the young boy who crochets really fast was adopted from an African village. He does a lot of raising money for his village, and he has a book out as well. Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
Amazing.
Superstar.
Right, David has posted the link for Michelle Obama, so I'm going to open that and then I'll copy and paste it into Gogglefrogs. Dawn has posted the link about the boy and his crocheting, so I'll post that as well. Louise says, got to go, post-holiday food shopping calls. Thanks for a good episode. Bye, Louise.
Bye.
And I have to look forward to later as well, because I threw everything out that was open before we left. She says, see you next week. Need to go now. Have a lovely weekend. Bye, Trisha.
Bye.
Bye.
Deborah says, at David, I like Robert's idea of using my mini skeins for the shawl, like your wonderful throw. Can I ask, is it just corner to corner knitting? I would imagine it's probably like this, where it's not corner to corner, it is rows, and you just change the colours however many times you decide you're going to change it, and then have the ends hanging out and knot them together at the end. That's how I would do it anyway. I don't know if you two have got any better ideas.
I'm not sure if it was corner to corner or not.
David will put us right.
Yeah, but I think with anything you can just use 2 or 3 rows of those, and then 1 row of another, and then 4 rows of another, and then 2 of another, just if you want that total non-uniform effect. So don't necessarily use 3 or 4 rows of each one. Vary it so it looks a little bit like
David responded with an answer. The throw was corner to corner crochet. Crochet, David?
Yeah.
No, I think it was knitting.
Well, I think so. Oh, was it?
It was knitting, yeah.
We got there in the end. Corner to corner knitting. Thank you, David. It's lovely. Absolutely incredible.
And that reminds me, Georgie, take a guess as to what I took out of my Toff bag to bring my knitting to Edinburgh with. It's now all over my craft sofa, so I'm going to have to pick it up and do it, I think, at some point. There we go. Oh, lovely articles here from David and Dawn. So I will put those onto Facebook.
Thank you.
Bloody hell.
What?
Michelle Obama started knitting in quarantine. I'm still working on my stitching gauge. So far, she's made a blanket, 5 scarves, 3 halter tops, hats, and a pair of mittens for Malia.
Seriously?
Wow. I know. All in quarantine. Bloody hell. Just shows what you can do when you're not running a country. So Georgie is quite right. Yes, my Toft shawl. When I first went to Toft, I walked in and saw this lovely yellow, grey, and silver grey shawl, and fell in love with it. And I just happened to pull a bag out of the wardrobe, a canvas bag, and it was my top bag. Emptied it out, and that's what was in it. So that is my next on my to-do list.
Oh,
But then secret pattern designing at the moment, so I don't know when I'll get to it.
I can't wait to see it when you've actually started to create it, because the colours, you loved those colours so much. You know, when sometimes you get, it's really, really hard, isn't it, to find the colours that you really want. But when you do find them,
Is that mine again?
yeah.
It's somebody's computer.
There, it's gone now. So yeah, there's certain colours that you see that you absolutely love, and it's so strange. We were in John Lewis the other day with my mum, and as we walked past where all of the wools were, there is just this beautiful West Yorkshire Spinners jumper, and it's the most beautiful blue, and I don't know if they have the same colour in every store or whether it's a different store, but every time I walk past it, my mum says, I love that colour. So I'm like, at some point I'm going to have to try and make her something. It's not too dissimilar to the cashmere scarf that I made her, and I don't actually think she'd wear a jumper, but who knows. So I think I might have to do something for her and create something. But there are just certain colours that you love, and I know when you saw that, you absolutely loved the colours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn blast.
What's the matter, Marion?
I dropped my knitting when I answered the phone from a granddaughter, and because it's dark yarn, I can't see to pick it up.
Hopefully you'll do that. You need really good light.
What there is in this room, and luckily it's only garter stitch.
Yeah. Oh.
It would help if I could even work which way I'm knitting.
Oh. Well, I am.
I dropped 2 stitches.
Oh, you'll pick those back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing yarn chicken as it is.
Is anyone else playing yarn chicken? If you are, let us know in the group what you're playing yarn chicken with. I think Fran's friend has sort of lost at the moment to yarn chicken, but if she finds some of that bottle green Aldi stuff, she'll be back in the game and able to finish. So it's always, it's always a bit of a challenge when we're playing yarn chicken, isn't it? So let us know. So Marion's playing yarn chicken. I have no idea. I will just keep on going. I've got this amount left on this bit of the ball, but then of course I've got the rest of the ball because this is what I'd actually cast off with and finished. Why have got all this left?
And I'm nowhere near playing yarn chicken.
Wow.
No,
that's so good.
Going and going.
That'll go on forever, I think.
Yeah. So, although I am about to come back into the creamy pink.
Have you counted how many stitches you've got on there?
Sorry?
Have you counted how many stitches you've got on?
No, not at the moment. I would imagine there's probably somewhere around 300, 350 maybe.
Might be more.
It's starting to get quite heavy because it is sagging now, which means that it is quite heavy. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to get a big enough shawl out of this.
Yeah. Make it
To use the other
Bearing
ball.
in mind, it made a jumper for me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm not exactly svelte.
Oh, you are. You're perfectly formed, Marion.
Uh,
There you are.
well, we're hoping to go to John Lewis in Milton Keynes on Monday.
Can I just say, I absolutely love the whole experience of going in there because it is one store where you've got plenty of room and there's no one close to you. So you can, it is the one place that I feel really safe taking my mum. Some places aren't as good, but I was really, really impressed when we went to Costa in, it was, why did we go there? Oh yeah, it was near where was it? It was Middleton area of Leeds. I think we had to go there for something. That's where I saw that thing, and it was yeah. So the Costa there was really well organised, and can I just say, I always ask this question. I always expect nothing. Do you have anything gluten free? And the response is normally not very much at all. I had a gluten-free mince pie. It was great, and it tasted nice as well. So big thumbs up to Costa. It was really nice to have a coffee and gluten-free mince pie.
Our problem with going to Milton Keynes is near John Lewis is Pret, which is where we have guide dogs meet up on a Wednesday.
Right.
And Ollie tends to take us straight there. Because he meets his mates, and we have to go into John Lewis further up by the curtaining department.
Yeah.
And go out that way on the other side and walk down. Because otherwise he'll take us over there without being asked.
Bless him. So who knows where he's going. Right, sorry. You know when your yarn is in a bit of a pickle, so let me unpickle it. So I'm still loving this knit night shawl. I know I cast off wrong because I thought I had 20 grams left and I had a good 2 ounces left. So never mind. That's free frogged. We're back in plan. We'll see. But it's such a lovely pattern to do when you really don't have to concentrate. So yeah.
I have to have 10 grams left for my last 13 rows and cast off.
Oh.
Minimum. I weighed last night and I had 26 grams. I now have this much left to do 16 rows and cast off because I'm just up to another pattern row. So I'm on yarn chicken. I think I'll be casting off because it's a picot cast off a little bit early.
Sometimes you just have that feeling, don't you, that so will Marion make it with yarn chicken? Who knows? But you know,
find out later
Marion, it will be finished within the next couple of hours anyway. And there's no way it's not going to be finished for tea time or even lunchtime, knowing Marion. So
well, I want to get on my next project because I haven't told you what my beloved other half did. I bought some yarn to make him a jumper in Canada. I bought the yarn in Canada, and during the week he said, "You know that jumper you knitted me? Yeah, I'm never going to wear it. You might as well unpick it." Yeah, tongue firm, well, teeth firmly clenched round tongue, I went, all right, dear. And I've unpicked it and I'm going to knit myself a nice long line jumper to slop about the house in.
Good.
Good for you.
So
And
I was not impressed.
no, but you're getting twice the enjoyment and value out of that wool because you used
True.
it twice. So
And it's purple.
is it?
It's purple.
Well, we can't wait to see that. So give Marion a week or two and it will be finished.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am just surprised, amazed at how quickly you get stuff done. So amazing, Marion.
Right, it's 11 o'clock, ladies.
Oh, good heavens.
So it's time to say goodbye.
Oh,
Have a safe journey home, Robert.
Thank you.
safe journey, safe travels.
Angela, you're back on Monday, aren't you?
I will be back at 10 on Monday.
I will do my best. I'm on a 4 o'clock start, but it will depend on how the picking goes as to whether I can make it or not. So I may just drop into the chat rather than be on camera. Marion, are you around next week?
I'm around next week, but it depends what time we go to MK on Monday.
Okay.
Well, I will be with you possibly alone then. So I will have a look around and I will have some nice treats to show you, some inspiration patterns that I come across. So I'll have a little bit of a think and a look and share something else that looks rather unique.
Are you on work on Tuesday, Robert?
Yes.
I'll see you Tuesday then.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Right. Everybody have a lovely weekend and we'll see you all
And
again
you,
soon.
everybody, have a
Bye
great
bye.
time.
Happy
Bye.
birthday, Robin. Bye.